there we are.
How about that? Look at that. Look at. Hi, May. Hello.
We've just discovered that the big garage light that Bud put in yesterday hasn't been on all day. So we're now working in the daylight.
Hey, dog.
She's busy.
Hey, dog. Hey.
Wanda. She was like, I was doing my nails.
There's Wanda.
Were you doing your nails?
You're doing your nails?
She's like, yeah, they look fantastic. They do. Oh, it sounds like there's lots of machinery kicking around, doesn't it?
What's that?
You hear machinery.
You think that's a truck coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's this fan.
I think it's the fan. Oh, it'll be the
outside thing.
Outside. That's fine.
Yeah.
Excellent. I was quite excited. I thought
it's
a bus
the thing
was
that's
coming.
turning the cold air into warm air for us in here.
And we like it.
Blows my mind.
And we like it very much.
That's true.
And it does the reverse in the summer.
That's true.
Which is good. Is that the stuff there?
That's the stuff there.
Excellent.
I need the pointy.
Well, yeah.
The pointy.
One pointy.
The pointy. And we have from Jan.
Yay.
Let me put on my 3.25 glasses.
Stop showing off.
I can see so much better. And I bought 5 pair of them for about $15. So I spent a lot of money.
You know, instead of having, Goldy's Farm t-shirts, we should have Goldy's Farm glasses so we can all see what we're doing.
Yep. Okay, so we don't need that, do we?
No, because I've got her name.
We got 5,000 of those.
Yes.
10% of married women say they love this more than their husband.
Dogs. No, that must be more than 10%.
10% of married women say they love this more than husbands.
Oh. Does it say their pet?
Oh, okay. I thought that was the person's name.
No. Only 10%.
Wow.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Okay, there are about 480,000 of these on American roads every morning and afternoon. That's a school bus.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And I don't know why they don't use those buses to schlep old people around.
In the middle of the day?
Yeah.
I know, it's bizarre.
A survey found that the average woman does this twice a day while commuting. Yells at other drivers.
Maybe.
Yep. I don't.
These are good. Thank you, Jan.
Okay. And we have from Jerry and Betsy, Acton, Maine. That's a new address too, I bet you. I don't think I recognize that.
Oh, we should maybe put that on the thing.
First you're going to look inside and make sure there's nothing left in the envelope, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And then I'm going to rip it apart.
Oh my very word. One of those checks with the zeros in it. Oh, thank you very much. Here, you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling better. Use this check for visiting and vets.
Oh, that's
Yay!
lovely. So
we
that's,
got it.
So that's...
We got it. The visiting. There's so many things I want to do with that visiting, so it's nice to have a clear cut. Are you going to hold on to this now?
I am, and I'll put it in with that card. Thank you very much.
That's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it is. Thank you so much.
And this one is from Megan. Tinley Park, Illinois. That's another one that's new.
Oh.
Isn't it? Tinley Park? I never heard of that place. Did I?
Well, not being very conversant in all the places in the States, I'll go with what you think.
Okay, well, we're going to have that kind of argument, are we? Let's try something else here. There we go. I got it.
I'll take that address.
That's a new address, I think, too. May your heart be warmed to the season of joy and touch of love and filled with peace. Well, that's very nice too. Dear Carlene, thank you for all you and your team do for the animals and humans alike. You reach so many. I hope the enclosed is used how you need it most. If you send me a receipt from my... Oh, my firm will match.
Oh!
There, you got that part?
We're going to keep that together.
We're going to keep that together. We're going to put a circle around that.
Okay.
You think that's noticeable?
Yes. And I'll mention to Judy as
CT
well.
since the start. Huh.
Oh my goodness.
Wishing all the Crazy Acres a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Well, isn't that lovely?
Thank you very much.
That's a thank you very much, too. And then we have...
Oh, that doesn't look like much fun.
He's a politician, isn't he? Charles Schumer.
Well, he's not a friend, is he?
Huh?
We don't know him.
No, I don't. I know the name, but I don't know what. That's when you know the name and not the person. Yeah. That's a trash.
Right, okay.
And then we have the food pantry, South Hamilton, Mass. That's that one.
Thank you.
Okay, they're looking for us to donate to them.
You could give them your coconut shrimp, but they might not like it either.
No, right. Betsy signed us up, knowing that I'm not cooking, really. I'm not eating a decent meal.
Uh-huh.
She signed me up for Meals on Wheels or whatever it is from Ipswich.
That sounds nice.
It is, because I just don't do it.
And when's it going to start?
I haven't figured that out yet. But the very nicest sounding man told me all about it on the phone, and I could have listened to that guy for hours. He had such a good voice.
No. He was talking about food, for goodness sake.
Huh?
He was talking about food. A nice voice and food.
Yeah, that's true.
Perfect combination.
That's rolling her debt into something else. Well, to hell with that deal.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Okay, that's done.
Perfect.
I did all that. And we don't have my book, and we don't have any pens. So it's bad.
And they're nowhere to be seen either.
No.
And I've double checked.
Yes. And I'm told somebody got mad that I snapped at you. Did I snap at you?
All the time. And I just
All
go,
the time.
whatever.
Well, the problem is, you see, she's extremely capable of snapping back.
I just don't do it
I
on
would
camera.
not dream of doing that to somebody who couldn't defend themselves.
I wait till we're off camera.
Right.
It's all part of my cunning plan.
Oh.
I need your phone, because mine's on there.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to read it with your
No, I don't want to do that.
with your super duper glasses.
Do you want my glasses?
No, I'm going to try it myself.
Jesus Christ.
We could be sometime. In fact, we really could be
Okay.
sometime. You know how fast I go with these things.
I don't think there were trucks in here today.
No, well, there was the hay truck.
That's true.
He came today.
Did he
and
get
the
everything
rest-
in the loft?
I think so. I haven't heard otherwise. And he did Meredith perfectly.
Good.
So we're up and running in both farms, and the animals are absolutely delighted. And
It makes it easier on you guys.
yes, it does, because they're always hungry, and
it's constant.
I used to
You
think
put it in one end and you
I
shovel out the
know,
other.
I know. I used to think it was affection. Oh, the donkeys would call when they saw my car coming, and I'd get out and I'd wave. I'd go, "Hello, donkeys!" and they'd go, "Rrr, rrr," and I'm like, "Oh, it's dinner time." I'm like, I am so disappointed. And the sheep, I stand in the paddock and I go, "Sheepies!" and they all come from the back paddock and they're like, "Yay!" and I'm like, "I love these sheep," and they're like, "And where is it?" and I'm like, "Oh, right, hang on." And I dole out bits and pieces to them. But they are lovely. They make you feel happy. And you went out today. You were out and about.
I was. I went to see my friends down at the Toyota place. Because I got in my car here and it said park.
Oh,
somebody put the parking brake on.
That'll be Nick. He puts the parking brake on all the time. Could you get it
See,
off?
I didn't know that. I tried driving it with it. It just didn't feel right. So I had to call my friend down there, who was actually manager of a very, very, very large place, and say, "I'm stuck." It said,
it doesn't want to go.
it doesn't want to go. No, it just.
Oh, where's your water?
I don't know where it is.
Oh, it's behind you. Can you get it?
Ah.
Do you know, I must have gone into the car after Nick had driven it with a trailer on it. And I'm like, where is the brake? Because he'd put the brake on it. And eventually I found it. It's black in the black foot compartment at that side. And you just put it down and it presses back up and takes it off.
In my car?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I had to call the service manager of this very large establishment and say, "How do I make my car go?" And he said, "Well, he's got a little lever that you pull." So I pulled that, and I said, "Yeah, just pop the hood." So my helper here, when Justin, she got out and put the hood back down. And he said, "Well, if that's not it, then it's on your foot." So I did that, and I made it go.
Do you know,
I didn't know he does that.
No. Oh, he does it all the time. Because we used to drive manual cars.
Yeah.
And you either left it in gear so it wouldn't roll away. Remember, you would leave it in gear, or you put the handbrake on.
Yeah.
And you're taught in the UK in your driver's test, always put the handbrake. Then you get it in gear, biting point, release the handbrake.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the 70s.
Yeah.
Anyway, and do you know? But in the Ford that I used to have, it was like that. So to release the brake, which he always puts on, if you went about that much higher, you popped the hood. And there was one day I was driving along, and all of a sudden the bonnet went whoop back up like that. I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Fortunately, I'd only left home, so I'm always a bit concerned with these things.
Oh dear.
Cars, they're beyond me. And then what did you do once you got your? Did you go down to Ira?
I went down to Ira to talk to them all.
Uh-huh.
I sat there for about a half an hour and tied up the whole place.
Excellent.
And the dog, sticking out the window.
Naturally.
Everybody comes to pat the dog.
Yeah. Well, he's exhausted now. Look at him.
I know, just tired out.
He's been too social today.
And then I couldn't get the printer, even though we have new ink, I couldn't get the printer functioning quickly enough or accurately enough or anything. So I called the bank and I said, "Can you just print out my statement for the year?" Mm-hmm. They said, "Sure." So I went to the bank and picked up the statement. It was a lot easier.
Well, yeah. And I bet they use the colour function as well. See, we do it in black and white to save money.
There you go. At any rate.
And did you get lunch?
No. When I came back, I had the orange chicken.
Right, okay.
Which was pretty good.
Excellent.
I'm going to have it for supper.
Yes.
We're boiling water.
I'm going to do that once we're finished. I don't want it steaming up the house.
Well, that's called moisture, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but then it'll get drippy.
Oh.
I can put it on just now. So anyway, we need to know, how long does Wanda sit in the chair with you?
During the day, she'll stay there for hours.
Yes.
Till I throw her out. And at night, I will not have her in the chair with me because I can't sleep.
Do you not know why not? It's not like she snores badly. She's just got nice, gentle snoring, haven't you, Wanda?
Okay, now I will talk. Now this is a very serious topic. Now. These two have been playing together for how long?
Years.
He's beginning to lose his temper with her. She's been here a long time now. Mm-hmm. She has begun to snap at him, and ordinarily he just takes it and goes on. Now, some people who deal with this dog have her trained to roll over on her back so they pat her belly. And she puts her feet up in the air. When she does that, this dog is beginning to think,
is it submissive?
Let me kill her.
Oh, no!
It could happen. He freezes. And when a dog stops and freezes like that, that's a bad sign of something's coming. So I can see this developing between the two of them. So I don't want her roll on her back at all around here.
So we'll ignore her then when she does that.
Hey, roll her back up and put her back on her feet. Because she can defend herself on her feet, but upside down, I don't think.
No.
And he sees it. Nice as he is.
He is lovely.
She's been biting him. So she's asking for it, and you know that's a big dog.
Yes. You know, I think the problem you kind of have is that she is so used to being in charge, isn't she? And we get kind of complacent because if she starts any nonsense.
People in general don't read their dogs.
No.
And there is a split second when a dog freezes that you got a split second to break it up, or you're in trouble.
Right. Yes.
And most dog fights start that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the big problems we have in training a service dog when you go into a mall and you've got one of those damnable quarter ride the pony deals because it's standing there absolutely still.
Uh-huh.
And the dog, the first time they see it as a threat to them.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time before they'll finally go around and smell the rear end.
And it's about the same size as them as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting time. But that split second when a dog freezes, that's when you've got to interrupt it. Yeah, quick.
And the other thing is, thank you for snoring. The other thing is, you've got to be watching them, because if you take your eye off them, that's when it goes, when you're not paying attention.
Well, you know, sometimes you see it and sometimes you don't. You got to watch these dogs. They're big.
They are big.
They're lovely, lovely dogs.
Yeah.
But they do have an opinion.
Do you think they get more opinionated as they get older?
I don't know. She's asking for it. So.
I think she's been asking for it since
for a
she was
long
born.
time. He's very, very tolerant.
Yeah, he's very not. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I think actually Sizzle snaps at her once in a while.
Yeah. Well, she's not used to people
she's not used
standing up to her.
Meanwhile, I asked how Jimmy was doing. Janine says he is a perfect dog.
I know. I think she's quite enjoying it.
Yeah.
I think he goes everywhere with her.
I know. A perfect dog is a perfect dog, and I put out a perfect dog.
Yeah.
Many times.
I'm hoping she's not swapped you.
Oh no. I'm not going to swap for that.
For Miss Trouble down there? No, I don't think Janine would ever be without Wanda.
She's not light either. I was going to put her on my little cart thing. She's 17 pounds or something.
And she squirms.
Well, I think if we get her up there, I think she'd stay there. But I'm hoping it's strong enough to hold her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She could do that. We did get the big check sorted out.
Yes, we did.
Slowly but surely. We get there in the end.
That's true. Everything was fine.
Yes. Yeah, public school buses lack accommodations that old folks need. Very large stairs onto the bus, very narrow aisles. But...
it's better than nothing.
It is, but the other thing is, they also, you can open them up at the back. So there's a there's a wide entrance. And you know, the funny thing is, this lady's saying, and also, no seatbelts. Do you know now we've been here 14 years, and about 10 years before we left Scotland, there was a law passed that all school transportation had to provide seatbelts. The children had to have one seat and one seatbelt. Otherwise, it was illegal for them to travel. Now we don't have a school bus system, as you know. People go in public transport, or the parents drop them off, or they walk. And so this caused absolute merry hell. So when you used to take children out, and you would take one class, and if there was, say, 22 seats in a bus, and you had 23 children, you had to hire a second bus for that one child. Oh. And it was an administrative nightmare, because that's the law. You just cannot transport children unless they've got a dedicated seat and a dedicated seatbelt. So when I came over here, I was so excited about, oh look, the bus stops at the end of the driveway, the children pile on, and then they go to school and come back. How lovely. And then you saw them and there was 3 in the one seat, and I went, well, do you share the seatbelt? My children are like, what seatbelt? And I'm like, oh, there's no seatbelt in the bus. So that's always been quite an eye-opener to me, but it doesn't seem to cause that many problems, does it?
No, those great big artists, the buses themselves barely get in trouble.
Yeah.
There's a great big thing in the middle of the road.
Probably because you can see them.
Yeah, you can see them. Get out of the way.
Exactly. I was saying to Nick, when we're looking for a car, we should probably look for a yellow one.
Well, that's what I had.
Yeah, because I always think, because we had a white car, and I always think in the snow here.
No.
I mean, you've got the snow that high.
No.
No.
Yellow.
Yes.
I had a bright yellow Volkswagen.
Oh, did you?
Yes, Volkswagen Bug, and I had a Rolls-Royce nose on it.
How did you manage that?
I don't know, but it just came in a piece.
So instead of having the curved Beetle,
it was a
straight.
piece of lawn over the top.
Oh, nice.
It was cute.
Mhm.
And I had the lawn advertiser sign on the side of it. And that's when the police officer down in Cambridge said, I never yet saw a doctor's wife delivering magazines. And I said, well, you have now. Because I had my husband's plate on it, MD 128.
Oh, right, okay.
So I could park it anywhere.
You should have just said to him, I'm actually a doctor. Do you have a problem?
Oh,
Dearie me.
oh.
Oh, this lady, Michelle, she volunteers for Meals on Wheels in New Jersey, and she says it's usually a nice meal. This is going to be very exciting.
It is.
We're going to get daily updates.
Yeah. I was just thinking, when was the last time I had a green vegetable? I don't know.
I made you green vegetables at Thanksgiving.
That was a while ago.
I know. Close enough. You'll get some more for Christmas. Don't you worry. They're still in the freezer.
I went through the roasted vegetables episode. That was pretty good.
Yes, they were nice.
They were nice. I should do that again.
Yeah. I made that the other night for my children.
Ew.
And I made it while I was over here. And I put the chicken on top, and I put the Parmesan cheese, and I put the herbs, and I put the bacon, and I went down to the barn, and I got a text from Sophie. The dogs have opened the oven and they've eaten the dinner.
Oh no.
Yes. I was a bit unimpressed.
I do have an electric collar, you know.
And a touch hungry. Well, I'm not sure which one it was.
Oh, well.
Or if it was all of them.
You can set it up.
Well,
Anybody who goes near the oven.
I'm thinking about an electric fence.
Well,
right.
you don't need to with that.
No. Or maybe somebody should just keep an eye on the blinking dogs. But, hey, so that was my disappointment the other day. And I had lots of nice bacon on it.
Oh, dear.
And, it was going to go nice sort of like, that sort of like lovely way. Not too crispy, but not soft. Oh. Anyway, such is life. And I had one of those acorn squash in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're quite nice. I quite like them.
Yeah, they're good.
So, oh my gosh. So apparently there was a package delivered at 5:30
Here?
yesterday. And there wasn't anything that came for Carly yesterday that I'm aware of. Because we brought everything in.
Wait a minute.
We got pens yesterday, remember?
Is that box for her?
There's a box. Oh gosh, there's a box here. That
Remember
might be
we
for her.
opened that?
By mistake, because we were looking for the book. That actually could be true. Well,
Good.
If that's Carly's,
That was for Carly, wasn't it?
well, we need to get Carly to open it sometime. We'll give it to Carly to open. So I'm presuming maybe what you're talking about. It was a chicken. Remember, it was a chicken with a Santa hat on, but we didn't take it out of the box. So if that's it, we've got it, and we opened it by mistake because we're still looking for a book
Yes.
and pens. So we will give that to Carly, and she can contact you. Yes, sorted. So yeah, Larky is definitely resting because he's snoring.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's had it. I think we had quite a good day today.
Oh?
Well,
Your house is gone.
yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit dazed and confused. I'm like, really? So my house is gone. My other house is gone. Not that one. That one's fine.
Wow.
That one's still standing. So that's a bit of excitement. Because that was a marathon. And the hay has come, which is always exciting. And you've been contacted by the other hay gentleman. So we'll get hay from there as well tomorrow.
Are we going to go tomorrow?
Yeah, what time do you want to go tomorrow?
He's got it, so we can go.
Mm-hmm. We're going to empty the trailer. Because the trailer's got...
That's your husband.
That's my husband, yeah, I know.
It would be nice if we got out of here sort of 10 o'clock.
Yeah, do you know where he's going? He's going down to Ira Toyota.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow. I said, you can't really go to Ira Toyota without Carlene, by the way.
Is he really going? What's he going there for?
Well, I think he's going to just look at a car.
Well, go get a hold of Nick.
I will do. Well, he's going to go and see it. I'm not going, because we'll do stuff.
No, but when
we can go down.
Right, but when he goes in, he can ask for Nick. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's dead easy. Nick, you've got to ask for Nick.
Go on in the service department, and he's got an office. It's his office right there. I mean,
yeah.
He's the big shot.
Yeah.
So
I said, if you go down, and if there's anything you want to talk about, I said, I'll go down with Carlene. We'll get it sorted.
yeah.
There we go. See. So it's So it's really worrying when things go right, isn't it?
Worrisome.
Yeah, because you know that you're
Worrisome.
just waiting for something to go a wee bit belly up. So everything was, and Meredith was doing beautifully.
Yes.
And I think Jasper and Terence, we think their new home is just about ready to receive them. So we're debating where we're going to put Miss Harley Barley. So we might bring Harley back and bring her onto here. And it's, so it's all going in the right direction.
And Betty White is still okay?
Yes.
That's a good
I
a good thing.
Do you know, I went down.
You got some mineral oil in her.
I got some mineral oil in her, and I took her for a big long walk, and I ran her as well. And
you ran her?
And she had good gut sounds, and I was thinking, this is great.
Yeah.
And she pooped. And I went down to see her at 8:30 last night, and she was standing in the small stall, rubbing her butt against the rails, and I thought, right, okay, that's fine. And then I went to pick Ava up, because she does explorers, for the fire department. I went to pick Ava up, and we were back after 9, and I thought I better check in the camera. I couldn't see her. I think she was lying down in the other stall, and I was like, oh, but she appeared again. So I managed to track her, and I tracked her again at 1 this morning, and she wasn't showing any signs of discomfort. So she's fine, and I checked her this morning as well. So she seems quite happy, and she's back to being pushy, which is good.
Good.
So we're happy with that. Yes, Carly is just fine, but Carly actually her horse is not on this farm at the moment. He's on another farm. So he has to get fed at tea time, so she'll go and deal with him. And I suppose...
Is he in a stall?
No, he's outside, but he gets special food because he's quite slim. So to keep the weight on him, she has to give him special food. And Kate used to do it for her, but because he's over there, she'll have to maintain him.
Speaking of extra food, Judy was making me drink these high protein things. And she bought some, and they were good, and I was drinking them, and one a day or whatever. And I have a lump of ice that I put on it to keep it, etc. Everything was working fine. And then I couldn't find any. So Justin, who's been taking Judy's place, bought some stuff. And this is good. It was vanilla, and I thought, this is nice. And when I read the label, it's triple the calories because it's for people trying to put weight on. Boy, it was good, though. It was good. I think I got about 2 or 3 more than I'm supposed to.
Well, that's disappointing.
It's like 400 calories in the one little bottle.
I suppose that could take the place of one meal.
Well, yeah. The other bottles are about 160.
Oh, damn it.
But they're not bad. The other thing that I like Welch's grape juice. There's Welch's grape juice, and then there's Welch's juice, which is basically apple flavored with,
Oh.
it's not grape juice at all.
Oh, right, okay.
And somebody has bought fake.
Fake grape juice.
Hey, I just threw it out, the bottle out.
Do you know something? I was reading, my children like yogurt, and they picked up, I say, go and choose a few yogurts and you can get, sort of like split top ones, you can, just for a bit of variety, and then they fight over who chose what, because they can't remember. Anyway, I had this yogurt, and I picked up the label, does not contain milk.
Yeah.
And because they picked up a diet one by mistake, and I'm thinking, well, it didn't contain like soya, a nut milk, or anything else. I don't know what it was made of. I think it was like a cellulose sort of thing in water. I was like, oh.
Speaking of yogurt, I think I have some yogurt that you can have too.
Oh, is it not nice?
It's fine. It's just not my variety. I like the flip ones myself.
I know. Oh dear.
I drink the little those little things.
Oh, they're good because they're probiotics, aren't they? The drinks.
Yeah, I'd use those to swallow pills.
Yeah.
I'm still on an awful lot of pills.
Yeah. Did the nurse come today?
No.
Did the women come to check you were using your elastic band?
No, that was yesterday.
Oh dear.
That was yesterday. But I have another intellectual conversation. Are you capable of that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, look over there.
Uh-huh.
And you see the light
Mm-hmm.
has the reflection of something on it, which does look like the side of a building with flames coming out the window, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now follow that across to what's usually on over there.
Uh-huh.
See that bright light in the back of which is the back of this building?
Yes.
Well, when the whole place is dark and that screen is in color,
Mm-hmm.
those two things almost match. So I'm thinking that's the back of the building is on fire? Doesn't it look like?
Yeah, because it's got the sort of halo.
It's got the halo that goes up.
Yeah. And it's really odd because is that a security light that goes on and off? Or is it always on?
It's probably always on.
Yeah. Because when I walked down last night and I took Ella with me to go down and see Betty, and I came out and I was like, oh, I should have brought a torch. I can hardly see anything. But when I came back up and I said, oh, this is much better because that light was on. And I thought, I wonder if that's a security light and it's only just gone on. But I think it was probably my eyes weren't
No, Bud
accustomed.
he's put a lot of them around here.
Right, okay.
So you may have done that.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah, I know. It's quite
that
dramatic.
reflection there, that set me off in the middle of the night. I had to get up and go out and see if anything was on fire.
No, not yet. We're behaving ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have anything burning anyway.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I do. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So Jiminy is doing exceptionally well. I think Janine and here are enjoying each other's company.
Yep.
He's supervising her painting, which I think he's finding a bit boring, but he's managing. And I think the weather's a balmy 60 degrees. Nothing to be sniffed at. So I think this is what we always do. This Lady Jane is asking for any information on when Janine returns. And
We don't know.
I never pay any attention to the first date I'm told, because I know it always changes, because that's just the nature of...
Judy's coming back.
Yeah, Judy's coming back, we're fine.
Judy's coming back. She'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, we're fine.
So we'll be all set.
Janine will come back whenever she comes back. She needs to actually... She's at a critical stage building the barn down there, because not only does she need to make sure it goes where it's supposed to go and built to the specification that it's supposed to be built to, we're also on a bit of a deadline, because that barn down there will take a lot of the pressure off animal welfare up here and looking after the animals. So she needs to get the barn built, and so that we can start transporting animals down, so that she can care for them over the winter.
Yeah.
And so it's everything's stacked up on this. So we're very excited about getting Janine and her barn fully functional.
I don't quite understand how it's going to take the pressure off, because she's got to pay somebody. And the hay down there is...
Oh, do you know what they do with the hay down there? They feed round bales, and it comes from Canada. So she actually has a friend who's Canadian who ships down there, and these round Canadian bales are much cheaper and much better quality. Because remember I said that when we took down...
There's a lot of, I know, yeah.
The horses wouldn't eat it because it's coastal hay. And they wouldn't...
Well, the problem with those round bales is the dust in the middle.
Yes.
See, you get the dust in the middle, and then you get the heaves, and you got nothing.
And then it gets wet.
Yeah.
And then they can go on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you, the first time they made round bales on Meredith was because I've never ever stood elbow deep with my hand in the middle of a round bale going, does it feel warm? Thinking, no. And we'd at one point we had 10 round bales in operation in the paddocks, and I was going round every day with my hand trying to get it down into the middle of this bale, because they're actually, there's a skill to managing them. Yeah.
They make a big skewer.
Do they?
Actually, it's for regular bales too. When you go to these places where they've lined up 25 hay bales, trucks, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen, and they'll go along and they'll test the load.
Yeah.
And they're testing for moisture, they're testing for heat, they're testing for all kinds of stuff.
Well, they're quite the undertaking.
Yeah.
But I think that she actually so down in Aiken, she actually has somebody who's ERN South. So there's a mutual arrangement which will help out, and it just helps maintain the animals, so that's good. But it takes some of the horses off Meredith, so it allows it to, you know what it's like in the winter, they all want to come in and stand inside.
Yeah.
Whereas they can stand outside in the nice weather down there. Oh my gosh. Apparently there's another update for the iPhone, and I have no idea.
No.
I'll have to work that out. No, I actually don't have the condos in the house, and I know that's probably very counterintuitive to what we were talking about. But the condos, where we had the condos, is actually going to be my daughter's bedroom. And remember, I took them out. I did keep the wood. I unscrewed all the screws. I kept the screws too, and I did take them out because it's going back into a bedroom. And the dogs will actually, hello sweet pea, and the dogs will actually all be outside. Oh look, everybody's sending me text messages now. So that's absolutely super.
What's happening here?
It's Wanda. It was me. I knocked my thing over, but I'll get it. Apparently Wanda challenged Chaos when she first arrived.
Could be.
Good luck with that. Yes, we are hoping there will be a Christmas Eve event this year. We were hoping for that. I thought you were going to read the night before Christmas.
I usually do that for a picture.
Oh, for goodness sake, I was going to do a Facebook Live.
Whatever.
Well, because I'm getting my chimney swept and everything. Honestly, good grief.
Oh,
I was even thinking about putting up Christmas decorations.
Oh,
if you're really lucky.
Whatever.
Oh, that's interesting. So seatbelts on buses here is controversial. One reason is if the children have to get off the bus quickly in emergencies. Yes, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. How did the dogs open the oven? Well, I think it's because the oven door flips down and it's got a bar at the top. You know that elder German Shepherd puppy? That is the smartest dog going. She is in everything. She finds things.
Yeah.
She goes out into the garden. She comes back with things that I didn't even realise were out there. And she is in everything. And I think it's probably been her.
Yeah.
They
need a job.
She does need a job, and it isn't eating food from the oven.
That's the problem with shepherds. They need work.
Yeah, she's a nice dog. I'm hoping she will come and be my dog that goes round about with me. The other one's a great big enormous puppy. She's lovely. But she's just everything's fun in life. She's just like smiling. Carly is dealing with 5 o'clock is a tricky time with barns, isn't it? It's kind of like dinner time for everyone. So Carly is dealing with that, and her horse is over in Meredith at the moment, so she'll be dealing with him too. Have you written your article yet?
No.
No.
No, I haven't even got a topic or a picture or nothing.
Well, we should do one going to get hay then. Meals on Wheels usually gives you a sandwich and a dinner meal, fruit and dessert. Ooh, that sounds nice. That's fine. Betty was coughing a few times. Yeah, you know, Betty coughs, and I think it's something that she's historically always done. She's an older workhorse. Well, she's a work mule, and she's got all sorts of nicks and bits and pieces and issues. And she's been seen by Dr. Parrott. There's nothing desperately wrong with her apart from she's in her 20s. She's worked all her life, and you know, so we just maintain her. We keep an eye on her. She's there's not much else. She's not really needing a tune-up because it's kind of like just the way she is.
Yeah.
She's it's just it's a funny thing. I think she's a bit sensitive to something in hay, because remember she foamed at her mouth. There was something she was eating that made her foam at her mouth. And Dr. Parrott, he was like, "Oh, she's not got this. The lungs are fine, and that's fine." I said, "We changed the hay, and I think maybe something came out, and she's just a bit of a big sensitive girl, so she's fine." What is that? Oh, that's a crap. Oh, that's Ava getting dropped off after work.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is. So that's what it was. But thank you for noticing, and I do go down and check her because she's my big enormous buddy.
Okay.
If you want grape juice, buy wine. It's just fermented. Yeah, well, yeah. That would be fine.
I like that Concord grape juice.
Oh. So I'll sort this out with this package. Well, I'm glad we bring joy to your day, because you should see what we get up to during the day. We're always chasing around after something, which is super fun. No, we have not made anything from the sous vide cookbook yet, unless you've made a sneaky recipe, have you?
No, I haven't.
No, but we will be looking at that, because I liked that sous vide turkey. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you see, these round bales, there's some people, it just doesn't seem to be something that's that common here for horses. We always use...
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah, but this...
It's that dust.
This person's saying...
Because they get their head stuck in it.
Yeah, this person's saying they use a lot of round bales on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. And when they get soaked from rain, the horses indulge and they get tipsy from the fermented hay. Can you imagine our donkeys?
I don't need this.
And the goats.
I don't need this.
No, we do not need that. Yep. And somebody else's dog is barking at Wanda, and she's got a tiny wee bark. And look at that. We're at 5:44, and that is us done for the whole week.
Done for the week.
Done for the week, and we'll be back next week with a vengeance.
All right. With a vengeance.
Yeah. Enjoy
Have
your
a good one.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.